Hey, good morning, guys. It's Kyle, aka Vulcan Wolverine, and it is Sunday morning. I just realized it's 9/11, so I guess it's the anniversary. I guess it's the 15th year anniversary, right? 2001. So this is the 15th anniversary of 9/11. Wow. Just realized that. When I turn my camera on. This is going to be a September 11th update. Gosh, it's hard to imagine like where we are now after that event. How bad things kind of are. But we're definitely making headway, in the targeting situation. I just wanted to make a video seeing if I, saw a lot of stalkers out on Sunday morning. Just kind of giving you an update on what's going on with me. I slept through the phone call. I went to sleep in the afternoon yesterday, and I was kind of, watching some other target individuals videos. And they had the high pitched sound and hit me in the prostate area, like right above my groin. Really hurt me before I went to sleep, and I ended up sleeping through the conference call last night. Then I woke up, and I've been up since, and there's a light change on me. They're changing like every light this morning when I go up to it. They really hit me heavy with the remote neural monitoring stuff. My head right now feels because they're using remote neural monitoring to make the blood flow to my head. And sometimes they'll make it flow away from your head where they'll make you very, very tired. They use it a lot on me to give me migraines. And so, they've been doing that all night, and then just heavy V2K, saying, I'm evil, and, he's got to do this. Just kind of the same old kind of, I think a lot of it is automated. It's an automated loop. But I think they are working in shifts. I listened to a bunch of John Hall last night, actually about a couple of hours ago, and he was mentioning like how, these teams will surveil and experiment and do their thing, and sometimes they'll get tired of, surveilling the target individual, and so then they'll try and drive them crazy or kill them. I think that started happening to me like a while back, where this guy, he's getting tired of watching me, but he can't just let me go, because I'm making these videos. If he did let me go, I'd go after him legally. I'd have a lot more energy to do what I needed to do and go after him too. So he's not just gonna, let me go. But he is like on the V2K, my main attacker, and they do a lot of voice modification, stuff like that. So I do just really hear three types of voices mainly. I'll hear like his wife, him, and then the evil lady, but there's voice modification, so I think the different shifts basically just fit their voices into those three roles, kind of. I'm not certain how it works. I know there's looping, I know there's automation, and I know that, probably the different shifts fit their voices. They just, will voice modify so they sound like one of those three, because those are the main three voices that really affect me, that like I really notice. It's really, really bizarre, but very true. And it gets pretty complicated. But I was watching Lord of the Rings. I'm trying to, because my body's getting so tired from the torture, and I can't get a second's peace in my mind, because they're always, if it is just a thought that I'm thinking, there's comments on it from the V2K. If I'm not thinking anything and I'm just so tired, then they're microwaving something in so they can react to it. It's been going on just really bad like this for like a year and a half with the remote neural monitoring. Before that, I was targeted. You know, they were hitting my body with directed energy, remote neural monitoring me to surveil my visual cortex and stuff like that, but they really hadn't gotten the, you know, microwaving phrases and images. But as they torture me more, you know, and I've said this a million times in my videos, but it's true, it does affect your neural pathways, and it becomes easier for them to manipulate things with remote neural monitoring. So I'm really experiencing that. I'm so tired, you know, sleep deprivation, or when I do sleep, you know, they're messing with my mind so much with you know, directed energy, you know, that I don't really get sleep. You know, I'm unconscious, but I'm not doing what sleep is supposed to do for humans. You know, when we sleep, we have REM cycles that heal our mind. They heal our subconscious and everything like that. And these people, you know, are microwaving and, you know, putting subliminals in and putting triggers in, and you really, you're unconscious, but you're not doing what your body's supposed to do when it's sleeping. And it's been so many years of that. You know, we are going in the right direction, but, you know, listening to John Hall was pretty helpful, pretty informative. You know, just talking about what he was talking about and like how these groups kind of do it. It's really vicious insanity. It seems to get more insane as these people figure out. I mean, they've already figured out that they're not going to get caught. Right now, they're not getting caught, you know, and it's hard for my family to believe, and, you know, it's so vicious, because, you know, I'll get some comments like, you know, you're crazy, and oh man, wow, I can't believe you're talking about this stuff. And after what we experience as target individuals, it is so painful, and it's just like, it's so invasive. It's the most invasive form of like rape and torture, and to be told that you're crazy after you experience that is such an insult to injury that it's unbelievable. You know, I do pretty well with it, and I kind of want to help other target individuals to do well with it, because we're going to get that response. We're just going to get that response from people who haven't experienced it, or people who know that it's going on and really want to cover it up. We're just going to get that response, and we're going to have to just keep charging on. You know, there is a lot of deceit involved in our society as a whole these days, and especially in targeting and gang stalking. You know, people are justifying it because they've got to cover it up for national security. They've got to cover up the use of these weapons. So they're really justifying just anything, just, you know, calling people crazy that have been really hurt and tortured for so long. You know, and it's just going on in our society. But, you know, I really, you know, as a target individual, y'all know this about me, I want to fight for what is good in our society. And I know there's a lot less of it nowadays, but there are good men and women, good families. And, you know, I want to fight for what men used to be, the honor that was widespread. You know, I'll give my life for it. And, you know, so I just want to put another video out. I want to just keep putting videos out and inundating. There's not a lot of vehicular stalking. I haven't seen one light car this morning, on Sunday morning. Not one since I've come out. That's a really good sign. They are attacking me harder. You know, I didn't experience the high pitched sound, and I'll tell y'all how that works. Well, for me, when I'm sitting up, you know, I'll get headaches and a lot of V2K. It'll sound like it's coming from the left, like external left wall, when I'm in the one room playing video games and watching movies. And, you know, I've been watching Lord of the Rings to try and pump myself up, you know, to fight this, to just, you know, do whatever I can towards the end of it. Because, I mean, we're getting very, very close. Oh, spoke too soon. There's one light car up there. Looks like an AT&T guy. One light. But you know, when I'm in there, the V2K sounds like it's coming from the left side. Then if I go lay down, I'll go lay down where my mom's coming in. And the thing is that she's going to be staying in that condo very soon. So they're getting really, really antsy because they don't like it. They've had a certain kind of situation with me staying in the condo by myself for a while. You know, the guy above me is helping them, and I forgot to tell you all that. But they're kind of beefing up the torture. When I'm in that room where my mom is gonna stay, the V2K will sound like it's coming external from the front of me. Like there's a closet right in the front of me, and it sounds like it's coming from there. So it changes direction, whatever room that I'm in. It doesn't sound like it's coming directly from my head, but it sounds directional. I forgot to tell you all about that. I totally forgot. I went up, I think it was Thursday. It was either Thursday or, no, it must have been Thursday. It was in the evening, about like after 5, and I went upstairs, and there's this one light car right here. Oh, it's AT&T, yeah. Saw him from far off, knew it was AT&T with a Texas license plate. I've seen that AT&T car with that Texas license plate at my condo, parked at my condo. And there's another AT&T car with a Texas license plate with one light. Wow. AT&T vehicles with Texas license plates gang stalking me. And I am not in Texas, guys. I did go up though Thursday and knocked on the fellow's door, and it is a guy there. He answered the door, and it's an older guy. He's probably older than me. He looks about 45 or something like that. You know, doesn't look like, and there's a pink flamingo on his door that looks like an old lady's. So I don't really understand the connection of that. But he answered the door, and he had his phone in his hand, and he goes, "Hey," and I go, "Hey, I'm your neighbor. Just wanted to, you know," and he was like, and I go, "I just wanted to make sure I'm not making too much noise or anything like that." He's like, no, I haven't heard anything. And it was really weird. It was a weird feeling. And he goes, "Hey, I'm on the phone right now, but we can continue this conversation later." That's what he said. Now, I looked at his phone as he was holding it against his head. It was upside down and backwards. Like, no kidding. No kidding, guys. He was holding his phone upside down and backwards. The little speaker to the top was on the bottom, and the whole glass thing was facing away from his ear. So he was holding it to his ear, and it was upside down and backwards. And he was very awkward when he talked, and he didn't want to talk to me for long. Kind of standing in the doorway. It was just a very, like, my spider sense was going off completely. And it, you know, I was thinking maybe, you know, it could be a regular person. They're not doing anything, but they just don't want to talk to anybody, so they're pretending, you know, they're talking on the phone or whatever. And that guy honked at me, but he's not looking. Just honked at me when I'm making a video. Wasn't driving weird, wasn't in his way. They've also started honking at me a lot. But it was so weird. It was just a weird feeling. In the fact that when I lay down, like I'll lay my head down on the far wall so that I'm not close to anybody's condos. I'm closer to this hallway, and that's when I'll hear the high-pitched sound. It will, you know, go through my head and make me, and just put pressure in my head. You know, so I do think he's involved, you know, because I'll wake up in the morning, I'll sit down to use the bathroom, and I'll hear somebody pouring stuff in the toilet up above me. I mean, pouring it so the pipes are shaking. It's not V2K, it's not a sound trick, it's somebody pouring stuff in the toilets up above me. So he's involved. It's like a 45-year-old man just living up there alone. And I actually, on the V2K, I hear the evil lady, she'll issue orders every once in a while. She'll be like, "Go ahead and kill him. You can kill him." Like, she'll say that. And it can't be from anything that like I think is going on. because I won't be thinking anything about that. She'll be like, you can go ahead and kill him. He's evil.